Sometimes you long for adventure, something different. I sure did. So I decided to try WWOOFing. That stands for Worldwide Opportunity on Organic Farms. Basically, you work on a farm for 5 hours a day and you get free room and board in exchange. I had heard a lot about it and wanted to check it out for myself. Every WWOOFing opportunity is different, but you can go on the site and search for one that is right for you. I was looking for one taking care of animals, and I was going to be on the West Coast, and it was November, so I looked in Southern California, where I figured it'd be warmer. And then, of course, you have to read the reviews, and look at the accommodations. Will you be sleeping in an RV, or in a tent, or in a house? Huge tip that I didn't do, but should have, is if you want to work with other woofers while you're away, write to your host and find out if other woofers have signed up during that time period. It can make the experience so much more fun having a buddy. I chose to only woof for a week because it was my first time and I wanted to see what I thought of it before I signed up for a bigger chunk of time. So just make sure that your woofing experience allows for whatever time frame you're looking for. So I'm currently in the airport waiting to board my flight for San Diego for my woofing experience. I'm pretty excited, but a little bit nervous just because I've never been to San Diego, I've never worked on a farm, I've never met this family I'm going to be living with for a week, but I think that's a good kind of nervousness. It really just comes down to what's this actually going to be like, and that's what I'm excited to find out. When I landed in San Diego, my host was able to pick me up at the airport, and I went with him on some errands for the farm. Always make sure you can get to your woofing location. My host and I had arranged that as a backup plan, I would Uber halfway, but the location was so remote, I wouldn't have been able to Uber the whole way. So check out those logistics before you arrive. That night, I met my fellow woofers. There were 6 of us during my time, which made for a nice community. We ranged in ages from 18 to 33, and as a 23-year-old, I was the second youngest. The following morning, since many of us were new to the farm, the host showed us around and went over the morning feeding routine. There were a lot of animals on the farm. There were turkeys, ducks, peacocks, chickens, dogs, cats, guinea hens, bunnies, pigeons, goats, and a pig. And they were all just there for fun. There wasn't a meat farm or anything like that. I thought Southern California meant guaranteed warm weather, but we were in the mountains and it was actually quite chilly. So come prepared for all weather and bring some clothes you don't care too much about because farm work can get pretty messy. For meals, our host provided a lot of different types of food and we could make whatever we'd like from it. We had a little outdoor kitchen we used for many meals, and afterwards we even had a fire. Be sure to check that your host will accommodate special dietary restrictions, such as if you're vegetarian or gluten-free or anything like that, before you arrive at the farm so that they have the right kind of food for you. Unfortunately, the following morning I woke up not feeling well at all. This was very nerve-wracking for me because I was in a new environment with new people in a remote location with an expectation of working. I let my hosts and fellow woofers know that I was sick, and I wore my mask inside to avoid spreading whatever I had. It's a good idea to bring COVID tests, a thermometer, masks, and medicine, just in case you find yourself feeling under the weather. I was glad that I had it. My hosts were really kind and said I should just take it easy, but I still really wanted to work because I was only going to be there a week. I wanted to get the woofing experience. So I probably pushed myself more than I should have, but what can you do? There I was. I wanted to have the experience. Over the course of the week, I helped clean a shed, worked on helping fix 2 fences, relocated pigeon houses, fed the dogs and chickens, weeded the garden, helped put the animals away at night, and did some indoor tasks when I wasn't feeling as up to it, like trying to fix the vacuum cleaner and printing some labels. So I kept busy. One day while I was there, a huge tree needed to come down. So that was exciting to watch. I had never seen such a big tree just fall down. And the following day was consumed by us disposing of all the branches of the tree. During all these projects, I was bonding with my fellow woofers, who were all so cool and each on their own journey of discovery. We'd eat dinner together, we had a full moon ceremony, and we played a super fun game of Happy Salmon. On my last day, all us woofers went to San Diego for a day off. I had decided to stay in a hostel in San Diego for a couple days to end my trip, so this was a way that we could all spend the day together and I could get back to San Diego. We started in Balboa Park, got some Mexican food for lunch, and then checked out Ocean Beach, which if you're a local, you call it OB. At the end of the day, my woofing friends came into my hostel with me as I got checked in. As I said goodbye to them, I felt such gratitude for the week and for them. Just 7 days ago they were strangers, but now they were my good friends. I sense our paths will cross again. Over the next 2 days, though I still wasn't feeling great, I explored San Diego as best I could. I went to the Ship Museum, Little Italy, Old Town, the Sunset Cliffs, Balboa Park, and the San Diego Zoo. So this is all to say that if you're considering woofing, you should try it. Look carefully and thoughtfully at the farm, decide what you want to get from the experience, have backup plans, and then go out and do it, and see what happens. It's going to be an exciting new experience for you, and you're going to grow a lot.